Hi everyone, happy Earth Week. What a great time to think about the impact that our lives have on our planet and on our environment. I have a really special helper here with me today, Emmitt. Say hi, Emmitt.
Hi.
And he's going to help me show you how our family is working to reduce our single-use plastic habit. So what is the big deal about single-use plastic? Here's some examples of single-use plastics that you might have in your house. Now the problem with these is that here in Thunder Bay, very few of these can actually be recycled. And so where do they end up if they're not recycled, Emmitt?
In the landfill.
Yeah, that's right. So they take up a huge amount of space in our landfill. The other problem is that many of them end up being littered out into our environment. They break down into tiny little pieces, and then those tiny little pieces end up making their way into our water. And that could cause some pretty serious problems for the fish and wildlife that live in those ecosystems, as well as us, because in the end, we drink that water. So what can you do about your single-use plastics? Well, one of the things that our family does is we make our own reusable bags that we can put produce in when we're at the grocery store. Here's one that I made a few months ago out of an old kids t-shirt. You probably can't see it from there, but it's covered in sharks and it's really cute. So I'm going to show you how to do this really easy thing that you can do at home, and I think lots of us have a lot of time right now. So this would be a really great project to be working on for Earth Week. So choose an old t-shirt that maybe you don't wear very often. This one's a great one for this week. And what you're going to do is you're going to actually cut a line that goes underneath the armpits, the arms, and the neck of the t-shirt. If you want to keep the logo or the picture that you have on the t-shirt, then make sure your line goes up and around like that. You'll notice my cutting job isn't the best, but that's okay. This isn't a precise science. So now what you're going to do is this actually becomes the bottom of the bag, and the bottom of the t-shirt, or what was the t-shirt, now becomes the top of the bag. Next, you're going to turn this thing inside out. So if you have a sewing machine, you can sew the bottom up here using your sewing machine, but as you can see, mine is broken. So I'm going to have to hand sew just with some needle and thread. And I'm just going to sew up the bottom here. Oh, there's my needle. I'm just going to sew a line across the bottom here. Doesn't have to be fancy, doesn't have to be pretty, because it's going to be on the inside of the bag. Okay, my t-shirt is all sewn up at the end, which used to be the top of the t-shirt, but now is the bottom of our produce bag. So I'm going to turn it back inside out, or outside in. This is a really big produce bag, so this would be something I would use maybe to buy like potatoes or onions, something I'm going to buy a lot of, something big in. And there it's still got my logo on it. Now, this is the top of the bag. And what we're going to do here is just put a little snip with a pair of scissors into the bottom. And the t-shirt has already come equipped with a little spot to thread a cord. Okay, so you can see where I snipped the t-shirt. There's a hole there that runs around the base of the t-shirt. And that's where I'm going to feed a piece of cord or an old shoelace. I've got a whole bunch of different things to choose from here. You can use twine, cotton twine, plastic twine. Old shoelaces are great for this. Even if you have an old lanyard, that works great too. Just snip it, fold it, and run it through the bottom of the t-shirt. Now the top of the bag. Okay, so now I've put my cord through. You'll see I attached a safety pin to the end to make it easier to push the cord through that little opening. So I'm going to take the safety pin off, and now I'm just going to line up the ends of my cord, and I'm going to tie them in a knot so that my cord doesn't escape back into the spot in the bag where it was running through. And voila! There's my reusable produce bag. Okay, what do you think, Emmitt?
It's awesome.
Yeah, cool. So there it is. Super easy to do. It doesn't take that long. And it's a way to use up old t-shirts that you might not want to give away or have anyone to give away to that you don't wear anymore. I recommend using kids' shirts because they're a lot smaller. You'll end up with a produce bag that can fit smaller things. And that's it. Have fun making reusable bags and reducing your single-use plastic habit. Happy Earth Week. Say bye, Emmitt.
Bye.